a little behind-the-scenes bet on like who can do this kind of landing better, you know?
I'm sure they do.
Keep track? I'm sure they keep track of these things.
Yeah,
it's a notch.
Sure.
All right. Well, good morning, everyone. Thanks for joining us on this Friday. We're here to help you get your day started. I'm Jen Carfagno.
And I'm Alex Wallace, of course, also joined by our storm expert, Dr. Greg Postel.
Yeah, this time of year, when a lot of the snowbirds might book a flight from a place like Rochester, we saw, hoping to leave the snow and the cold behind, presumably to warmer latitudes.
Yeah.
Well, they're in for a surprise.
Yeah,
because even down into Florida, it got cold this morning here. What was it, Panama City? Were we 21? What did we drop to? We're 36 now, but the low.
30 was the low.
30.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I mean, there were many spots nearby that were near 20.
Yes, we'll talk about that in a second. Well, I got some spectacular lows for us in Florida this morning.
It was frigid.
I mean, indeed. You look at the picture, if we didn't put the temperature up, you're like, oh, this is gorgeous, beautiful paradise. Step outside, you're stepping right back in.
I mean, you're like literally testing your heating in your homes and your condos down here with this kind of weather.
Yeah.
But it does warm up a lot later today. Also snow, lots of snow to talk about.
Lots of snow.
Not here. Not
yes,
here.
We should say that, yes.
Yeah.
But the Great Lakes, that region.
To all of these spots. So what you see is what you get, but maybe a little more so. I mean, take a look right now at what's going on. There's another system that is now making its way through the northern plains and upper Midwest, bringing some snow showers through Chicago. We had some low visibility. We've had some delays at the airport because of it. That's moving into lower Michigan. This is system snow right now, and it does extend all the way down to St. Louis. Quick little burst of snow came through there. Minneapolis, we're about to get into a little more as well. I mean, and when I say little, it really is a little. Most of the spots that have been measuring up snowfall from this, it's been about 1 to 2 inches of snow. We saw that across eastern Iowa and into parts of western Illinois. Now, Milwaukee's getting some light snow at the moment, same with Green Bay. We've got some light snow over towards Grand Rapids. Those snow showers are making their way now into northern Indiana, the site of the big lake effect snow that we had just 2 days ago. And now we're going to add just a little fresh dusting on top of it from this. We do see more lake effect coming our way. So this is the forecast through Monday. So this system comes in, behind it, the winds change direction, you get the lake effect, and that's why you see some of the bigger totals across lower Michigan. Here adjacent to the lakeshore, we've got some bigger totals up into the UP of Michigan and also into spots in the Northeast as well. I have to say, this is kind of a complicated forecast because we've got one system, then we've got some lake effect, then we've got another system. The little systems will add a couple inches here and there. Then we also have some potential for perhaps a coastal low, too, to throw back some snow in the Northeast, which we'll get to. That's a whole nother story. But in the meantime, we've got to talk about these Midwestern systems. And this one has a winter weather advisory for it all across the northern plains into the Midwest. It's not actually a lot of snow, but it is a lot of wind. And that wind is blowing around the snow, really reducing visibility. So you may not have a lot to shovel, but you will, I think, have some really difficult travel because of the wind blowing this around. So don't discount just this, what looks like a little bit of snow. It really could create some big travel hazards getting into Saturday, too, because it will be windy into the Northeast as this blows in through there. And by the way, you probably saw that glancing blow at Boston and maybe Western Massachusetts. You do get some snow out of that first system, the one that comes in tonight into tomorrow. Then the next system comes in. This is our next Clipper-esque storm system, brings some snow showers across Michigan. I mean, it stays cold all weekend, so no question about what kind of precip type. But there is that coastal low that we'll keep an eye on and talk more about the potential for getting some snow out of that here into eastern parts of New England, here mainly eastern Massachusetts. Now, and we've got the snowfall totals, mostly a couple of inches from the systems. It's the lake enhancement or the lake effect that is really going to be adding up. And that's where we've got the 8 to 12 inches of snow, lower Michigan. And this comes out of two systems. The system, the lake effect behind it. The next system, the lake effect behind it. So just to kind of to fine tune, you're not necessarily getting this all in one full swoop, but by the end of the weekend, or at least by Monday, you're going to be put in time shoveling this much snowfall. Alex.
Well, another contender to the snow is the
headquarters rolls on.
I mean, so many folks travel and they keep the window shades closed anyway, so they might not have even seen it.
That's a good point. But,
Huh,
interesting.
Yeah.
Welcome in, everyone. It is Friday. We are here to help you get your day and your weekend started. I'm Jen Carfagno.
And I'm Alex Wallace, also joined, of course, by our storm expert, Dr. Greg Postel.
Yeah, this time of year, when a lot is sort of on the minds of snowbirds who want to book a flight from places like Rochester that you saw, hoping to leave that type of weather to the south where it's a lot warmer and not so snowy. And, well, it's a lot better here than it's been, but it was cold this morning.
It was cold this morning, and 50 is still a little on the chilly side.
Yeah.
You don't have any sunbathers out there. This is how you get the beach to yourself.
It really is. Yeah, go in the middle part of January when it gets this cold. You got it. But if you're coming from Rochester, you might be doing some sunbathing because compared to that, this is paradise.
That's right.
It's true. Now, even Florida can't escape, though, the latest Arctic blast because we did get down into the 20s for some of us in the Panhandle, the 30s, well into Florida. We'll talk more about the next cold snap coming in, but we also have to go to the snowy spots where it's been adding up.
It has been adding
this cold,
up.
Jen.
And in Minneapolis, I want to talk more about the temperatures here. We're looking at St. Paul, Minnesota, where it probably feels kind of balmy right now. We're up to 31 degrees. Enjoy that. Go outside, take a walk. I don't know. Do something with this air because it is going to get much, much colder. Now, I know it feels like about 20 thanks to the wind out there. But it gets way worse here. Wait until you see what happens with our temperatures. Things are going to drop when it comes to the readings on the thermometer, and it feels like is going to be sub-zero. Minneapolis, here on Saturday, our wind chill forecast is sub-zero. You see that throughout the day. We don't really see much improvement. In fact, overnight, look at this. We've got temperatures that start dropping into the teens below zero. Sunday, it stays cold. And then into Monday, in Minneapolis, we get another surge of really cold air. You can kind of see that at the tail end of the day starting to make its way in with it feels like getting even worse. So get ready. Monday morning, it's going to be the complete opposite of what you feel right now, which is not warm, Alex, but it's going to get a lot colder.
It is. I mean, and this freezing cold is already sunk far. College and university robotics teams from across the U.S., Canada, and Europe will be headed to Dunwoody College of Technology in Minneapolis here for the 16th annual competition.
Seems like a good place to have it, too. They get their fair share of snow. So here to tell us more about the event is the dean of the school, Dr. E.J. Daigle. E.J., thank you so much for joining us. And tell us more about the overall goal of the competition and how it all works.
Well, so yeah, this weekend, they're actually down setting up.
Well, I tell you, this is really a fun competition, a fun conversation. Dr. E.J. Daigle with the Dunwoody College of Technology. Thanks so much for joining us. A really cool idea because eventually, you think this is going to be something that, down the road, maybe a thing.
I mean, this does seem like next level, though, than self-driving cars because of just the weather that goes into it.
Right.
The slippery factor on the roadways, the visibility issues here, and, of course, obstructions. So
indeed.
It's complicated, no doubt.
It is. Well, of course, Old Man Winter is tightening his grip on the eastern half of the U.S. These cold temperatures.
There is no escaping the cold this weekend. Today's high of 30 in St. Paul will feel like a summer day compared to Monday's high of 4. And even down in the Sunshine State in Tallahassee, temperatures could dip into the 20s by Sunday night. It's interesting. Both of these spots kind of started the day the same way, but you can see how quickly we're warming up here in Tallahassee. Bright blue sunshine. That sun actually feels so good after the cold this morning. And in Florida, we honestly only get this cold when we have a big high pressure like we have right now sitting over Florida. That gives us the clear blue skies and the sinking air, and that allows our temperatures to really drop. Now, Minneapolis, on the other hand, we get our coldest air when it advects in coming in out of Canada, out of the Arctic. And we're going to see some of that cold coming our way on Monday with a temperature of only 4 degrees for a high. Our average is 23. And we're going to be below that for the next 5 to 7 days, actually. But the coldest of the days will be on Monday. Temperatures for you today, relatively speaking, are on the mild side. We're out ahead of our next system, which behind it, the next round of cold comes in. But out ahead of it, we've got some 30s out there, like in Chicago and Indianapolis here. But you can see the cold come in. It filters in, sends us down with temperatures into the teens and even single digits as we get to Saturday into Sunday. And then the next round of cold comes in Sunday into Monday. And that you will definitely feel. If all the while you're like, all right, this is winter, it's not that bad. This I think you'll notice pretty hard. It comes in, reinforcements come in on Tuesday. Temperatures go sub-zero. These are actual temperatures, not the wind chill factor. The temperature, and that kind of air spreads all the way to the east as well. You can see Tuesday night, it's going to be a cold one with a lot of teens out there. And of course, with the wind, it will feel worse. Pittsburgh, the wind chill forecast for you on Tuesday all day long is going to be sub-zero or close to it. About 2 or 3 o'clock, we creep up with a feels like of about 2 or 3, and that's about the best we can muster for the day. Temperatures in Orlando, we've got another shot of cold air coming in, and it will be as cold as this morning, which we hit 32 degrees or maybe even colder. So you can see what happened this morning. That air came all the way down from Canada, and it kind of made a loop-de-loop up here. It actually started in eastern Canada, where it was already cold, went over even colder land, so kind of the air itself got refrigerated a little bit more, and then went south. We're going to do that again here with another shot of Canadian and Arctic cold coming our way to Florida by early next week. Guys.
Well, you know, we've been riding the temperature roller coaster off
The Midwest and Great Lakes. Just looking at the satellite pictures and the radar, Jen, you've been watching that?
Yeah.
Squally.
Very chaotic
Yeah.
out there. There's a lot of strong winds anyway, and then when you get into some of these heavier snow bands, you can't see, kind of like what you just saw. Not there, but like what you just saw with the snow in the plane. Welcome in, everyone. Thanks for joining us on this Friday. We are here to get your day and your weekend started. I'm Jen Carfagno.
And Max Wallace, also joined, of course, by our storm expert, Dr. Greg Postel.
Yeah, this time of year is when a lot of the snowbirds flock to the south to escape the cold air. But I'm not sure they were comfortable with this morning's, those of us that made it to the deep south. It was very chilly, even along the Gulf Coast.
I kind of noticed how people from different areas of the country go to different spots in Florida.
Yeah.
Like in New York City area, they kind of go down to Miami, Fort Lauderdale, that side. And then Michigan, they usually go down to like Fort Myers, maybe Tampa. And the Canadians go to the Panhandle because it's all relative to the cold that you're used to.
It's true. Well, this morning there was a little bit more akin to what they're used to up there, right?
That's true. It was cold. We were in the 20s. But we warmed up to the 50s.
Yeah, it's beach weather, right? Although the wind, we are warming up, and there's somebody on the beach right now.
He's all covered up.
I was going to say, it does look pretty bundled up right now.
Yeah.
But yeah, still enjoying the nice sunshine.
Hey, take it.
Yeah.
I love it.
Well, there's no shortage of snowfall either to talk about. Let's check